photograph of a Bigfoot off the side of a trail. Um, this person was hiking up the trail here, and somebody took a picture from behind, but I noticed this big dark spot, and I started to investigate to look around. And what happened is my friend had went on 7 hours. He drove and went on vacation recently. You can see this big decoration. I call them decoration type of a stick. Weird bends. Almost looks like it means something. I think it's stuck through the base of that tree. That's for sure one of their things. So let's go ahead and take a look at her. She's right here. Here's her two eyes. This person can't see her, but she's looking right down at them, being the person in the background's taking a photograph. And he said, look through some photographs. I said, yeah, a lot of times I'll hang around those log cabins when people aren't in there. And saw some teepees and some sticks stuck in the ground all over around the property. And I was looking through, and I told him, yeah, check it out. And I saw this, um, and I zoomed in and I cropped around. And there's a Bigfoot. She's a female looking. Looks like she's wearing a bib, like a leaf around her. Her arms are really big. You can see her armpits right in there and right in there. Two huge arms right here. And her leg even comes all the way around that. So you got that rounded edge right there. I don't know what this is, like a boar's head or something right here. But there's also a forest person right here in a cloak. His arms sticking out. And his other hand right here, you can see its fingertips. One, two, three, four. It's totally real, and you can see the shadow even from the top of his head coming back over his top, and then you can see his facial features glowing, and then there's some kind of chlorophyll type of, I don't know, like disguise, cloaking type of thing that they're letting off. And she's looking right down at him. And even this leaf right here looks like something with a mouth and two eyes, almost out of a forest book. But look above them. This is their totem pole. And look at the face on here, the two eyes that's drawn in, and there's something hung. It looks like something above there. And you go up to the trees, and they're up here in the trees. And this is their tree of life. This tree right here is probably almost 5, 6 times as thick as a normal tree. So they're probably protecting it. And they're all up here. See them? Right here. Right here. Right here. Two, three, four of them. Above their totem pole. Above that. Above the sorcerer. Above her. That's just, happened to be looking out down this trail. So as we go along here, looking back in, there's something right above her. Looks like a little monkey right here. It looks like he's on a little sled. You can see his two lines here. This whole thing, like, there's a little alien face in here. It looks like just one, like, big old group of, like, forest people. And they just went on a hunt or something. Like, they're hanging things off the tree. They're doing something, celebrating, and caught in the middle of it. And for some reason, right off the trail, probably because this tree is so close. And you can even see a face in the tree in here, like it's, like it's something that they drew in there. And this guy here, so this is like all their land. But if we go look for a little baby, right down here in the right hand corner, there is a log that's been crushed around and hollowed out, and the little baby has been stuck in there. And for some reason, they let them play around like this. I don't really know. Maybe it's so they can get used to not being seen. But you can see that there's some holes up in this log, and there's the baby, and then there's her as this person was walking down the trail here. So she's looking down. The person right here is standing right next to the baby, taking the picture, and looks like they're in the middle of a feast. It looks like they hang like something upside down, and there's even another animal above them that they're getting ready to eat or something. I don't know what this fourth person is doing here next to him. He's holding his hand back here. There's this weird hand looking thing over here. I don't know. Like he's getting away and they're getting away with something. You can see the shadow and everything's kind of like, kind of kaleidoscope looking. If you were to go back, the sun is actually back behind. So the Bigfoot's right there, and it's right there. The whole thing right there. Here's the totem pole. Here's the ones up in the trees. Here's the Bigfoot. Um, and you zoom in, you see this forest person too, with the monkey above him. Look at her. Look at those eyes. Look at those eyes. You just can't duplicate that. Look at that bib. She look like her hair is even like decorated. Like she's really sophisticated, but really strong and really curious and clever. And like they're in a big clan. Like she's like a leader. They just hunt and have killed everything. Looks like a little bear, a boar's head, and they even probably have another animal right here. And probably one or two up in the trees. There's this thing looks like a Dracula right up in the tree base here. And they're just all over the place up in here. See this weird, just glowing weird. But this guy just coming out of the forest like a cartoon. It looks, I mean, like there's even another face in the side of the tree. If you were to go back here and you were to look for this big nose on the side of this big tree, you would probably never even find either one. It's probably not a nose, it's probably just a butt. You wouldn't find this totem pole either, if it's walking around or what. It's probably none of that is there. This little baby hole's probably not there. None of this in this whole setup where they're at. It's probably just a little pile of sticks. Looks like they had a whole moss table set up with moss thrown over something. She's like kind of holding it, I think, even. Or maybe use it as a blanket to duck underneath to hide. He's got looks like a book. It's a leaf that's open, but it's in a weird shape like a book. Looks like got some kind of instrument, almost like a ladle or some kind of instrument on him. And he even has some kind of a weird design across him. And she just looks smart. Just take a look at her. So that's my video. I saw that. I told my friend to take a look. I explain to them, a lot of times when we go to these cabins, they do seem to take some interest and they'll take a look around. But this whole thing right here, look at that. You have a Bigfoot, you have a monkey, you got a person of the forest, you got this weird thing, a totem pole, another face inside of a tree, another Bigfoot face inside of there, something hanging off the tree, and up here you have one, two, three, four big shapes, almost like they're hanging and doing something, maybe coming down from this tree. There's their X way up in the tree. There's their X way up there. So this tree is about at least 6 times. Just see the thickness. Fit one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, or nine maybe normal trees up in this tree. So it's probably really important to them to hold all of one, two, three, four across of them somehow, and they can very important tree to them. That's probably why they're protecting it. I don't know why the string above this thing is, and these weird chutes where this little guy is, and they shooting down food on strings and bringing it back and about to feast and having a ritual or so. I really don't. I don't know. The baby ones over here. You know right where is that? There's the big guys. All right, that's my video on Dazzle U. Does paranormal